Hello, I'm another internet nerd, Aiden. I'm gonna talk about Ape Escape, one of my favorite childhood video game series that's never gonna get another game. There's 3 mainline games, a PSP remake of the first one, lots of spin-offs, many of which being Japan only, comics, a 3D anime series, some cartoons, and a lot of cameos. Ape Escape was everywhere, and then it was nowhere. The last Ape Escape game to release was PlayStation Move Ape Escape in 2011. Remember when the PlayStation Move was a thing? No, you don't. In 2012, Spike, the main character of the first game, shows up as a playable character in PlayStation All-Stars Battle Royale, but that was a lot of years ago, and we haven't got much since. We did get an HD version of Ape Escape 2 on PS4, so I recently decided to give it a playthrough for old time's sake. Now, I was all ready to play Ape Escape 2 again, and in HD, how can you go wrong? Well, you make it British. For some reason, each Ape Escape game has a different localization in the US and in the UK, but before I get into those, I should describe what Ape Escape games are like so you're not totally lost. There's a super intelligent monkey named Spectre that controls all the other monkeys with special helmets. It's your job to capture all the monkeys and stop Spectre from doing whatever he's planning in that game. In 2 and 3, he also has the Freaky Monkey 5, which is like the Avengers but evil and monkeys. Okay, now let's get into how the games are different depending on which region you're playing. The first difference is on the title screen. America and Europe both decided to differently change the logo from the Japanese version. The next difference, which is really weird, is the character names. For example, in Japan, the main character is named Kakeru. In America and Europe, he's named Spike. That's good, pretty common practice, especially back then, but then in Japan, this is Natsumi. In America, it's Natalie, and in Europe, it's Katie. Why have 2 different English names? There's also 2 different English dubs of this game.
Spectre, what's going on here?
Spectre, aren't you the little monkey that performed at the amusement park?
What? He's that cute white monkey that everyone loved.
Well, I don't remember.
Neither of them were very good. The UK voice actors are completely unknown, and the American actors, except for one, never voice acted after this game. So I think they did a good job. The Japanese ones are fine and reprise their roles throughout the whole series, so I don't really have to talk about them that much. The PSP remake of the original Ape Escape has a brand new English cast, which is definitely better. This time around, the American version features D. Bradley Baker as Spectre. You may know him for playing all the clones in Star Wars, or his many other roles.
Hey, what's happening, man?
We don't talk about that one. In America, Spectre has never had a consistent voice actor. It's always been a different person. Anyways, the better voice acting actually kind of makes the experience worse because the bad voice acting just makes a much more fun experience. Well, that's enough about that game, so let's move on to Ape Escape 2. From the title screen, you can see Europe has again changed the logo. This time though, America has decided to adapt the Japanese one. Additionally, if you play the Japanese version, you'll notice that there is a completely different title theme. Oh yeah, the original Japanese title for Ape Escape is Saru Getchu, by the way. It's like, get monkey, get you, yeah. This time, the European version uses the Japanese names, so I'm sure kids who played the first game were confused that Katie is now Natsumi. The European version actually has more faithful text all around. For example, where the American version says comics, the European version says manga. The characters in this game are mostly returning, so there isn't much to talk about in that department.
Natalie! I sent the professor stuff okay! Huh? Jimmy! What are you doing?
If you've ever seen the original 4Kids Pokemon dub, you probably instantly recognize those voices. That's Veronica Taylor as Jimmy and Rachel Lillis as Natalie, aka Ash and Misty. The voice actors for this dub were provided by 4Kids, so if you watched any 4Kids shows growing up, you'll definitely recognize some of the voices. One last thing, for some reason, the European version uses the American version of Pink Monkey, Veronica Taylor again, instead of using a European actress like usual. If I had to guess, I'd say this is because Pink Monkey sings a song during her boss battle, and they just didn't feel like doing that all over again. Alright, it's time for the last game, Ape Escape 3. Once again, Europe has completely changed the logo, and Japan still has a different title theme. This game is my favorite because it replaces the Professor Natalie with a MILF. Anyways, the Japanese and American dubs are mostly consistent with the previous game, but the American version has a completely different cast. And the European one is actually good for a change, which is nice. Very sadly, 4Kids is gone, but the American dub still pretty good. Most notably, this game features Steve Blum, the legendary voice actor who played Spike Spiegel, the main character in what is widely regarded as the greatest English anime dub of all time. And here, he gets to take over as Monkey Yellow.
Oh my! What a cute little child you are!
What the hell is it?
There's not much else to talk about in the English cast. However, you may recognize the male protagonist Kei, or Satoru, as being voiced by Junko Takeuchi, who you may know from Bill from the Japanese dub of Curious George. And that's all the regional differences I thought were interesting in Ape Escape, but not other regions, only the United States and Japan. Monkey. Bye.
The future is mine!